Ever changed all of our lives, from a renewed sense of patriotism to the way we fly. Inside the airports, passengers found new rules about shoes, pocket knives, and a 3-ounce rule when it comes to packing liquids. Kristen Severance with the Ohio News Network is live at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. Kristen, I'm sure this news was really resonating with people flying today.
Yeah, it definitely was not hard to find people who just wanted to talk about the news today. And, you know, one thing that we did touch on, President Obama, he did warn America that the death of bin Laden, it wasn't the end. He said in his address Sunday night that Al-Qaeda, they will continue to pursue attacks against the U.S. And that really resonated. That warning resonated with a lot of passengers today, with many of them telling me they believe that a retaliation attack isn't a matter of if, but when. Take a listen. Monday, the death of the man behind the terrorist attacks that drastically changed America and the way we travel was on the minds of almost everyone coming in and out of the Cleveland Hopkins International Airport.
They promised they would follow him to the end, with dead or alive, and that's the way it is. That's the way it should be.
The world needs it, and I think it's, as we say, it's just a beginning.
There's a certain finality in his death, but I realize that's not necessarily the end by a long shot.
In his address Sunday night, President Obama said, quote, "We must and we will remain vigilant at home and abroad," end quote. A message echoed by airport officials.
Just still remain hypervigilant, and I think it will always remain that way. It's just the day and age in which we now live in after 9/11.
I would know it's not the end, that there will be a concern. As long as planes fly, there will be somebody out there who wants to bring them down.
I don't think the bad guys are going to be able to mount something right away anyway, but down the line, whether it's a year or two, you know, our vigilance has to continue, and I think we all have confidence that we will. We kept it up for 10 years. We're going to keep it up for another 20 years, as long as we need to make sure the world is safe.
And Cleveland spokeswoman Jackie Mayo told me the TSA not planning any major changes here at the Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. But just a week ago, the Department of Homeland Security, they changed the threat warning system. So they're no longer going to be using that color system. Instead, they'll be using an alert system with statements that read imminent threat or elevated threat. Now, that system is not in place in Cleveland yet. Mayo could not tell me when it will go online because it's under the regulation of the TSA, but we'll keep you posted. Live in Cleveland tonight, I'm Kristen Severance, the Ohio News Network.